Oh, okay.
Good evening. Welcome to the Thursday night mastermind call. Tonight we have Christian Burr on from the Strom and Burr team. Right up there at the top of the leaderboard. How are you, Christian?
I'm good. And you?
No, pretty good, pretty good.
Awesome.
I've got a question come through from the guy that couldn't be here tonight. He was wondering what you're doing to get up there, as in we want to pick your brain so that they can
You
know
mean
what I
in the
mean.
leaderboard, actually?
Yeah.
Hmm?
So how do you get?
Um,
What are your marketing secrets, or the ones that you can share with us anyway?
yeah, sure.
Are you there?
I mean, there's no secret. I mean, we just generate. Yeah, there's no secrets. There has never been any secret. It's just about testing some stuff out and make it work for you. So I mean, what we do, I mean, we spend a lot of time to find a lot of new niches and for sure spend a lot of money to test them too. But I mean, we never stop doing that. When we find a niche that is working, we raise the budget on that one, then we move to the next one. So we just create more and more traffic. And regardless of conversions and stuff like that, I mean, we have just used the SFM system as it is. So just the ordinary follow-ups, nothing beside that actually. Just using the system.
Oh, fair enough. So the system works.
So yeah, I mean it's
yeah.
yeah, it works. Yeah, and of course we haven't been able to look so much on what the traffic do when they have signed up, but what we did, we actually interviewed some of our members who came in, and yeah, they have been checking out our page too on the information we have there. So I mean that can help also a bit. But right now we are redoing everything to take our business to the next step. So that's why we are not showing up on the leaderboard anymore.
All right. Yeah.
We stopped marketing 1 month ago and just redoing everything. And
All right.
it's going to be, together with Jay's new compliance stuff that is coming out. So me and Jay have been working for, what is it now, 3 weeks on new pages, new sales funnels. That's going to be totally transparent and compliant with Facebook.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, we are rebuilding everything right now. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, because that was
So let's see. I see the questions too. No tips for Facebook ads. So, okay.
yeah. Yeah, I had that. Yeah, there's one come through on Facebook earlier in the day that what's your best tip for Facebook ads? But yeah, there's one in the chat box as well. So you're working through that at the moment.
Yeah, I'm saying for Facebook, what we notice is to pre-qualify people like in a post ad. It's not using like a short copy in the ad, more than have a long copy and filter away people and be very authentic and direct to the point. So yeah, I mean we pre-qualify people that way, and we try to just use short ads, like start a business online, etc., etc. It didn't work at all. So yeah, we pre-qualify.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's about talking to a special kind of people. I mean, if you're, let's say, for example, if you're using, let's say you're targeting the MLM niche, it's very important to speak their language so they understand, instead of maybe using like a generic ad for a lot of different niches. So it's important to talk to one special person instead of 1,000. So that's the what do you call it? They actually have a course in that for that in the back office.
Yeah.
Attraction marketing. Sorry,
yeah.
to recognize the English words. So yeah, it's attraction marketing all through.
Yeah, and it's getting your avatar correct for that particular niche. So if it was someone that's in the MLM, you look at what they're actually looking for and what they're looking at, and you word your ads around that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I always look at Facebook on a lot of different ways because you can always working and not working by looking on different angles on it, because Facebook gives you a lot of information aspect of the advertisement. So some you have and you manage to get a pretty good CTR.
Yeah.
And that is true and it's wrong too, because you don't want to make the ad too generic, because that's going to make the CTR on the ad go up too. But if you are to one kind of person on one niche, you're going to see if the ad is working by people clicking on it. So if you have good CTR, that's pretty good. But what the second thing you can see on a Facebook ad is if you have a link, if you're using the option share, you're using a post but you share a link, for example, to SFM landing page.
Yeah.
Then Facebook going to give you how many clicks you actually have to the website links to. So I always look on that and compare them to how many people that actually click the ad, because Facebook, they charge you for likes, they charge you for clicks, they charge for comments and stuff like that when you're using paid ads.
Yeah.
So you need to see the difference between these two, because if you have, let's say you have less than 20% clicking on your links, then it's something that is not working. It can be the wrong niche, or you have a bad call to action, or it's just a bad ad. So I always have like a mark that we should be somewhere between 35% and up who are clicking on the actual link thing. And the third thing is to check how good the page is converting too. So you have three elements.
Yeah.
Number one, CTR on the ad. Number two, how many people actually click on the link. And the third thing is how many leads you get, right?
Yeah.
So the first two things, I mean, the CTR, you see, of course, you see how many people click on the ad in Facebook. And number two, you see how many website clicks you have. And three, the conversion. Then that you need to check out in the SFM back office.
Yeah.
But it's also important to add a conversion pixel in Facebook too, to get the data in Facebook. Then it's much more easier than go back and forth between the back office and Facebook to see the conversions with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is, I mean, we always check that and see if it's working. And I mean, it can be totally different too, as long as your leads is not costing too much. I mean, doesn't matter actually. I mean, it's always about the end conversions and of course the ROI on the back end. So I mean, the leads is not so important. It's the ROI on the back end that is important, that people actually upgrade. So I mean, if you have tons of members coming in but then they never upgrade, then it's like waste of time.
Yeah.
Because what we want to do is to sell Digital Experts Academy products, not just the SFM membership basic, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I said you need to pre-qualify people, so you know that they have money when they come in, and you're going to expect that they're going to work hard too. So that stuff you need to have, because if you're talking, you can talk in a lot of different ways. Because I mean, if you just say, hey, yeah, come here, make money, simple, easy, blah blah blah, then you're going to get shit people.
Yeah.
But if you tell people it's hard work, you need to invest in yourself, stuff like that, then you get the right people, because people who want to start a business, they understand they need to invest money into it. But the other part of the people, they're just get rich quick seekers, and the job mentality, you go to work and you get paid, right?
Yeah.
But so it's totally different.
Yeah. They come along and they want everything for nothing and don't expect to pay anything, but expect to be richly rewarded, and that's not the people we want. It's the ones that are wanting to be digital entrepreneurs and create a online business.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Yeah,
and the thing is, when you pre-qualify, of course the lead costs go up, but the lead cost is not important as long as you convert.
yeah,
Because I mean, we had I believe it was in April. No, it was in March. We had a lead cost at somewhere between $10 up to $15 on Facebook,
yeah,
and we were converting to paid app from 1 to 2% or something like that. But everyone just bought platinum or black.
yeah. And that's cost
So I mean, it's
effective.
always yeah. I mean, we earned 4 times more than we actually spent it. So I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah. And when you're earning like that, well, if you're paying $100 a lead and you're getting $1,000 back, it's not a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So what we are doing right now, I were in Miami 3 weeks ago together with Jay and Storage. So Storage is also creating a totally different funnel than we have right now. When it's going to be ready with it, I don't know yet, but it's going to be a direct to offer page. So instead of collecting leads, we take people direct to an offer where they can buy the application or the student account directly on the spot.
yeah,
And so that's a way of doing it too, because we were just thinking about it. So let's say you have a page converting at 20%. Then you're missing out on 80% of the people not seeing what you have to offer.
yeah,
So because we tried on Facebook too to take people direct to the offer, and that was working pretty good, but the offer was not built for that from the beginning. So so yeah, we are doing a lot of different stuff. That's going to come out and moving forward in SFM. So
yeah.
yeah, the stuff Jay is working on is awesome,
All right. So
and
you,
nobody's doing it either.
yeah. So you and Stuart and Jay are working together on creating something better.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah,
course. It's
yeah,
going to be. I mean, there's some members having problems with getting ads approved on Facebook and
yeah,
on other different networks too, and there's a reason for it because I mean it's what happens actually. I started back in 2010 when when Google AdWords was still working and you could almost do anything on
yeah,
AdWords. I mean, it was so simple. When I came in as a business owner with Jay's old company ProU, it took me 6 months to create a pretty good income, and I
yeah,
did that with Google AdWords. Then they just choose to select everyone, just shut down everyone's account.
yeah,
And what happened then was that almost every company in the industry needed to change, and they were starting using squeeze pages with just a headline and the opt-in box, like you have entrepreneurs wanted pages and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But things like that is not compliant with Facebook and Google AdWords. So
yeah,
what we are doing right now is creating totally transparent pages and funnels that's going to be totally compliant with Facebook and AdWords later on.
yeah.
We are working on a way to come up there too, or maybe find a template for members to use for it too.
All right.
So yeah, it's going to be awesome because
Yeah,
we did this in Sweden when we started here. So
yeah,
we created our first success with the SFM in Sweden, and we created very transparent pages. We were telling everything in just instead of just telling people, hey, you can come and make money here, put in your email, then we're going to show you how. But there is internet is changing. It's there's a lot of information on the internet. So we just need to give them more value on the
yeah,
front end and more information. And that was working like clockwork in Sweden.
yeah,
So we had like an application conversion at 8%, paid application at 8%.
yeah,
And that is pretty awesome. So we are trying to do the same on the English market right now. So yeah, it's going to be really fun when the new pages is coming out. I'm going to talk with Jay this weekend, so we are trying to finish everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to do it because
Yeah,
there's a lot of things we need to change.
yeah. So did you
And yep.
did you get slapped a bit with back in 2000 or when Google changed and got rid of changed their policy? Did you get slapped, or
Oh
did
yeah,
you?
yeah. Yeah, we got slapped. It wasn't my account, so it was my former business partner I had before Markin. That
All right.
account was slapped. So we have a Google AdWords account we were using. So we are having a conversation with AdWords. So we are having we have a Facebook rep and we have an AdWords rep we are working with together.
Yep.
So instead of trying to figure everything out by ourselves, we're working together with the companies to find a solution for it.
All right.
And to be honest, I mean, there's no better place in AdWords. It's like a gold mine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm
It's
just. Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm trying to run a YouTube campaign, but because a couple of years ago I got my AdWords account suspended. They're not letting me do it. I'm doing it with Tom Breeze, doing pre-roll ads. But yeah,
Okay.
I just got my well, I created a new website and it was all approved, and then they come back today and says, nah, there's issues or something, so they've stopped it. Tom's looking into it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, I mean, AdWords it's very important, but because AdWords they just think about one thing, and that is the searches on that. I mean, when people search. So it's all about being transparent. I mean, you hardly can't collect information on AdWords. I mean, collect emails for people to get the information. You can do that. So what's going to happen on AdWords is that we going to have a much higher lead cost, or before we see any results. So that's going to be a problem with new members using AdWords. And new members should actually not using AdWords, because AdWords is like an old Tamagotchi. If you remember the Tamagotchi, do you know that?
No.
Do you know what a Tamagotchi is?
No.
When I was a kid, it was like a small game you had, and it was like an animal. You need to feed the animal and take care of the animal.
Oh, yeah,
like a dog.
Yeah.
And AdWords is the same like that, because you have quality score all the way on your whole account. So if you screw that up, you're going to screw your whole account up.
Yeah.
And so it's like moving Tamagotchi you need to take care of like a child, or else you're going to be in a huge problem in the future. But also, of course, the guidelines, and they're very hard. And it's not just about trying to find a way to go beside the guidelines. It's about following the guidelines and do exactly as one of the biggest companies. I mean, Google is one of the biggest companies in the world, and you don't want to play games with them.
Yeah.
You just want to follow their rules from the beginning. You need to be careful because you don't want to lose your account.
Yeah.
I mean, Google is not like Facebook. It's if you open it, you can't open a new account on AdWords because they find you either way.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're trying to do something on AdWords right now, wait with that until you have all the information you need to get pages approved there. Because a lot of people are trying it, but they're thinking totally wrong when they create pages for it. Because it's about giving everything. It's like coming into McDonald's and you see the whole menu. They want everything on the page before people sign up or doing anything.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, I mean, if you're doing that, and it's the same for YouTube. I mean, they're quite slower to shut down an account on YouTube because they have there's so many videos out there with marketing on. So it's going quite slower there, but it can happen because YouTube have the same guidelines that AdWords itself has for search traffic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's like a recommendation for you all. If you want to do something on Facebook or some bigger network, advertising network, you need to think long term and not just short term. I need money right now. I need to start off my business and grow revenue. You need to start to think like 10 years ahead.
Yeah.
What your business is going to be all about, and think long term, because or else you're going to be in trouble.
Cool.
Very clear message.
Yeah. Yep. I've got
Several
it.
Lemmy, you remember it? Tamagotchis. Yeah, I had one myself.
Yeah. No, I never had one, but I know.
So yeah, what things do you use to pre-qualify people, Adam? Yeah, I'm looking, and in the comment section here. Adam Alessi, yeah, I mean, for pre-qualified people, it's just text, right? You're talking in their language. You need to speak their language, and you also need to consider what we want to achieve in the end, and that is to sell the A product, right? So, like I said before, be very transparent, and be very transparent also.
We've lost you. Yeah, we've lost you, Christian. Can't hear you.
Have the same reasons.
And yeah, you're back now, I think.
Talk about it. Yeah, he lost sound.
Yeah, no, we've got you now. Can hear you. No. Are you there, Christian? He's changing.
Okay. In regards to that pre-qualifying that he was talking about,
Yeah.
I'm thinking day one, Stu's intro on day one of the new video series, where he says that, you know, we're looking for people who are, you know, up for a challenge, who don't mind hard work, who know that, you know, things take time to pay off and things like that. You know, that sort of stuff to pre-qualify people, to separate the get-rich-quick scheme people that want things right now for no effort and easy.
I think that's what
pre-qualifying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what Christian was talking about, Adam. Was, you know, when he was talking about having the long text rather than the short text, and explaining that it takes a lot of hard, you know, you've got to be prepared to put in hard work and study and persistence. I think that's what he was meaning by pre-qualifying. Yeah, that will rule out people who are looking for a push-button scheme if they read that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Because that's the stuff that still resonates with me when I'm watching these boot camps, when, you know, Stu's saying that stuff, because, you know, anyone who's been doing this for a while knows that it's not a get-rich-quick thing. You know, building a business doesn't happen overnight, and this is what it is. We're building a business. That's it. We're building a business. We're not just in it for a hobby that we want things to pay off by next month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Christian's dropped over. He's coming back in again.
Yeah, he's back in now.
Yeah, I'm back.
Ah, good.
I'm sorry, I choose the wrong network. My house is quite long, so whatever network doesn't work here.
Yep, I just muted everyone out again.
Except for me.
Yep.
Robbie, if you could just mention that stuff that we just talked about while Christian wasn't on there.
Well, you go ahead.
In regards to the pre-qualifying, like I'm thinking of of Stu's intro in day one of the new boot camp series, where he says that we're looking for people who are up for a challenge, who are hardworking, who know that to build a business takes time to see the rewards and things like that. That sort of pre-qualifying is what we're looking at, yeah?
Exactly.
Right, okay. Right. I think I just answered my own question.
it's not rocket science.
Right.
Yeah,
but it's mainly the marketing materials that we have. Like if we go through Stu and Jay's videos, we will find what it is we should be, how we should be marketing, because they know what to do. They've done it. They've already set the standard. So if we just emulate that, we're on the right track.
Yeah, exactly, and it's very important to speak the same. I mean, to speak the same language. I mean, it's if you're talking about apples in the ad, and Stuart is talking about bananas, it's going to be a huge disconnect. So yeah, it's a good way of doing it. Check out everything they have in the video boot camps, and see what they say, and take spots you like from that and put in the ads. I always like to, write like 20, 30, 40 ads, different ads, and we test them all and see what's working or not working. And it takes some time because it's very important to look at the end results. It's always the end result, not the leads. It's the end results. A lot of people are thinking about the leads. Okay, yeah, I've got 1,000 leads and it didn't convert. Yeah, because you have bad leads. Because the system is working to the right people and the people that are really interested to start a business. So yeah, I mean, it's very important to have that in mind, the back-end conversions, to see, okay, what ad gave me this result? This ad just created applications, or this ad here created blacks. So it's very important to follow the results and see where it's coming from. And that's tracking, right? It's so important to track right all the way from the beginning. Nothing more to add there.
Yeah, no, that's all right. There's another one here from Sandra. Have you utilised the G Plus pages yet?
No, not yet. We have spent a lot of time on just Facebook, so we're going to start with like Google Plus too, and start to monetize them, because we don't like to be at a lot of different places at the same time, because we just make one thing work at a time, then we move to the next one. So yeah, I mean, Google Plus and also LinkedIn going to be our next projects after Facebook and AdWords, to work them out. Because I mean, LinkedIn, you have you can use paid ads there too. Quite expensive right now, but it's the right people. You can find the right people on LinkedIn.
Because LinkedIn is all business people, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know the titles of people, what they work with, and stuff like that too. So yeah, it's going to be the next project for us.
All right. Does anyone else have any questions? Just type them in the chat box, and if you
yeah, the new site. We actually use the same template that SFM used themselves on their corporate site, and it's called Agile. Let's see. I'm gonna look for. There it is.
Yeah. Did you build it yourself, or did you get someone to do it?
No, we built it ourselves. So I mean, it's already, as you see the theme on Agile, as they have built it, you can use it like that, because you can upload their demo site. Then you can have the same sections they have, or move them around and stuff like that. You can create your own sections too, of course, but it's a bit complicated to learn from the beginning how it works. But when you do it, it's quite easy. But it's not like a copy paste, but you have you use some special systems like that. It's more like if you have a page, you can choose from the Agile system what different sections you want to use. You can add that section, then you can just change the content on the sections. And if you want to add some custom content, you need to code a bit, but then they have specific already made codes you just put in to make the content look right. So yeah, it's quite easy and still not.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a pretty cool page because it's built on one single page site. So when our home page is going to be, if you click something in the menu, it scrolls down in the same way that the SFM site do. So instead of having a lot of different menus and stuff like that, we're more going to have one page. People click something in the menu, then it scrolls down. If it's our services, they're going to find the services there and then click Learn More. Then they're going to come to a new page. So it's going to be very sleek and quite easy to navigate the site instead.
Yeah.
So this, we're going to create our landing pages with this tool moving forward for Facebook and AdWords.
So you'll have your landing pages on your website.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because we're running on AdWords, we need to have the information on the page too.
Yeah.
So we can't move around people because you can actually not just use the landing page. You need to have a main site behind that landing page with all the information you have. So yeah. It's not ready yet. It's going to be ready in maybe 1 or 2 weeks, depending on Jay's work when he's finished with his stuff. Because I'm just waiting for Jay's stuff to come out. Then we create our videos, sales funnels with his content. We just redo it in our own way.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah.
Simple Track, no, we don't use that. We use a system called Improvely. Someone is cutting their grass. Are you still there?
Yep. Yep. We're still here.
Yeah. It's called Improvely.
Yep.
It's a pretty cool system. I mean, it's sometimes we have used Visual Website Optimizer tool. I think we're going to use that too. But Improvely is more like a campaign management system. So, for example, I mean, we create specific links and campaigns for Facebook, and we can see the revenue we made too, because we have tracking into, of course, leads, the application, and we also have tracking to members. So we see exactly in that system what campaigns are making sales. I think you can do something similar with Simple Track. It's no difference actually. We just liked Improvely more.
Yeah, you've had it for a while before Simple Track come out, so and that's what you used to, right?
Oh, exactly. But it's the Simple Track is going to be updated too. When I talked to Stuart 3 weeks ago, he said that they are working on, making Simple Track more advanced. And advanced is both good and bad because a lot of people tend to make everything so difficult when it's advanced.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens there. But it's no, we don't use it at all.
All right. Yeah, no worries.
Improvely.com it is, I think.
Yeah.
Simple Track is fine. I mean, you can handle yourself with Simple Track. You don't need to buy any extra system, as long. I mean, if you generate good revenue, it doesn't matter because then you have afford to it, of course. But if you're just starting out, it's better to just keep to the stuff in the back office instead.
Yeah. So until you're making lots of money and you can afford all these flash tools and flash tracking and everything else, it's better to stick with what SFM supply you because you're paying for it already.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when we started, when we started back in ProU with Jay, we were just using the stuff that were in the back office, and at that time it was $149 per month for that system. Now we pay $97 for the SFM. but I think we have, let's say 1,000 is our cost per month with every tool we use and stuff like that. We also have Infusion stuff instead of a Weaver, so we choose to have that with our new site instead. So yeah, it costs a lot of money, but yeah, as long as you have it for it, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
If you're making money and making sales, you can buy what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And do up your house.
Sorry?
And do up your house in your spare time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm an old electrician, so I've been working in construction working before, so I think it's fun to just do, because I'm a quite handyman.
Yeah, yeah.
I like to build stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think it's going to be. I'm quite bored right now because I've made the whole house, so now it's the second, the back side of it. So I'm quite bored right now, so I need to do something different.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't like to do the same stuff every day. Doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
So let's say, which areas do you concentrate on most for leads? Facebook ads, banners, solos. We don't use solos at all, actually. But solo is a good way to start out and get cheap leads. And if you have a good solos, probably going to convert too. But most of the time I have seen in solos, the conversions is quite bad, but the leads is pretty good. So I don't want to waste time on that. But that's because we have afford to spend a lot of money on Facebook ads and AdWords.
Yeah.
Banners we haven't started with yet because our strategy is to using AdWords and Bing advertising platform to find really good keywords that is converting. When we see keywords converting, then we're going to look at every freaking site we can find that is related to what we do. Like just take, for example, home-based business. Look up pages on the top 3 in Google on the search result. Then we're going to put out banners on keywords like that.
Yeah.
That's the best strategy to put up with banners, because if you know from the beginning that the keyword is converting, then you're going to monetize that all the way over internet on every freaking network.
Yeah.
That's how you create a lot of leads.
Yeah.
But the latest, all the sales we have made before is coming 80% from Facebook, and we had 20% from AdWords until they suspended our site because they wanted us to change more stuff for it. So yeah, I mean, Facebook was working like clockwork for us, but it takes time to test out things on Facebook, because every time it's like with everything. If you, let's say you buying a product, and I'm trying to find like a good metaphor for it. Yeah, you buy a product you have never tested before. You buy it, then you test it. Maybe it was crap, and then you have used it. You can't leave the money back, right? You can't get the money back for it. And Facebook is quite the same. It's you need to spend time and money on testing out niches, and sometimes it can be a lot of money, but it's still you need to be ready to spend like 300, maybe 400 bucks per application on Facebook, and still have a good ROI on the back end, as long as you are positioned at DA.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking about gold, platinum, or black. So as long as you're positioned at that level, then you know you can spend a lot of money to get applications. So, but I hear a lot of people. I see a lot of our members too doing it until we speak with them, and it's like spending 100 bucks on some niche, get leads, and oh, it didn't convert to sales. How many leads did you get? Yeah, 100. Oh, okay. So 100 leads should convert to 3%, maybe through 2-3% to application. But that is not the truth, because you need to get both people buying today, and you need to get the people buying tomorrow, next week, and next month too.
Yeah.
What do you call it? The
you need to get momentum.
Continuity.
Yeah.
Continuity. It's like. So yeah, I mean, you need to generate a lot of leads before maybe you see any sales, or you can get the first sale the first day. You never know, but you need to generate more than 100 leads on one niche to see if there comes any sales.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's about testing, and of course it's risk capital you put on paid ads. It's always risk capital, always. But if you want to come somewhere with paid ads, you need to risk that. It's very important.
Yeah.
So Facebook ads, AdWords, and banners, you find the best for paid advertising. Yeah, I mean, it's Facebook ads have always worked good for us, and AdWords too. But AdWords is a bit tricky because you want to lead people into the SFM, and you can't use the SFM the SFM landing pages on AdWords. You're going to be shut down like in minutes. And not good at all. And if you don't get shut down in minutes, maybe next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with them, you have to have everything on your website and be open and everything for them to approve you, is it?
Sorry?
On AdWords, you need to have your landing pages and everything on your one website, is it?
No, not really. I mean, you can use it under domains too, like a subdomain, as long as it's the same domain.
Yeah.
But still, it needs to be an open page so people actually can go and check out the page and find the real information. So the thing is, if you're speaking about something like you can make money by selling products, then you need to show the products, and you also need to show how to make money with the products. So you need to show everything. So you can't leave anything outside because, as I said before, they will not tolerate people telling people to put in their information to get information about a product. It would be the same like, let's say you're going to buy a car. No, you need to put your information in here, or you need to buy the car before you can actually sit in the car. So they want to see everything. So that's how transparent you need to be, and you can imagine the lead cost is going to go up then, but the conversions on the back end are going to be pretty high after that, because people have so much content they can read, and if they like that and come the whole way through, that's good.
Then they're gonna be in there, and they're good quality leads, and they'll buy the top level.
Exactly, and yeah, one thing I forgot before is also checking out the open rates on the emails. If you have very low open rates, then you know people are not interested. If you have a high open rate on the emails and they actually click to check out the videos, it's also important because there's no idea of building a list if people are not opening the emails.
Yeah.
And it's good to segment lists too, so not using one same list for every traffic source. So if you're using Facebook, for example, have one traffic source for that. One list for that in a Weber, so you can see the difference. If you're using one specific solo ads, have one list for specific solo ads, so you can see if it's interesting, because you have a lot of data you can look on if people actually do something or not. And it's so important to check that out.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Where are you heading with transparency? Will send leads to a page like the new video series page. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, I mean, a page like this is not compliant with Facebook, for example. It's not. So this is one of the pages. It's going to be the first page. Me and Jay are going to change. So yeah, just waiting for the content, as I said before. So this is going to be a bit different. With, like, for example, an FAQ, maybe like a menu in the top two where people can find information about the product. So they're actually going to show the products already on the landing page, and so people can see what options they have if they join the Six Figure Hunters. And the video boot camp here is just going to be like a, sorry?
No, it's good.
The video boot camp, or the video series, as they want to call them, it's going to be more like a guide through our system to show you, instead of put in your information, then we're going to show you. So when people come to the video series from this page, they pretty going to know everything already. It's just about guiding them further.
All right.
And what we're going to do is we're going to create one specific page in the SFM first. Then me and Mark are going to take that to our Facebook rep and start to work with them, because they need to take that with the FB policy team, because we as normal people can't speak with the Facebook policy team. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but you've got in with the policy team because you've done so much on Facebook, is it? So now you're helping them out?
Yeah, I mean, we have worked with the Facebook rep for the last year, who have helped us with, I mean, she's one of the reasons why we, our ads on Facebook were so successful. But her work is not the policy. Her work is to help us improve our results. But she is our road over to the policy team, because she can take things with them and have a discussion with them.
Yeah.
So we're going to take that direction first and get things approved and compliant with Facebook, and get it to convert. Then after that, it's going to be out for the whole SFM community.
Cool.
See, it's going to be totally different, because no company in the industry are doing that. I mean, for example, Empower Network, it's like, no, they're not doing that. Everyone is thinking in the same direction with the old thing, so we need to adapt, and that's what we are doing right now.
So we need to be different so that we stand out and can get abide by the policies of Facebook and AdWords.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we not just adopt with their guidelines. It's also about because we want to write people in. We want to work with. I mean, the SFM and ourselves want to work with people that think long term, and it's you can't just come into the SFM and think you're gonna get rich quick in like 2 months. It's like it's a process.
Yeah.
And if we want to get those people, we need to change the information for them too and be totally transparent, because. To be honest, I believe people want to see how everything is working, so they know everything. Then it's going to be more like start a real business, maybe go to the bank and borrow some money if you want to do that, because you know exactly what it is, instead of having it more like a consumer product or something like that.
Yeah.
That's all. We have always think like that, because if you want to start a brick and mortar business, you need to. If you want to go to the bank, for example, when you start a brick and mortar, you need to have a real business plan, everything ready when you come there.
Yeah.
So we are thinking in the same direction when we're creating this. So yeah, it's going to be really fun to see the conversion on it. The back end is awesome when we're doing, because we have seen it in Sweden already.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah. So at the moment, I have an 80% open rate and for about click and going for my list. This is good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, Sandra's got she's promoting a different, a different business using the what she's learnt through SFM, and that's what she's on about.
Sorry?
There. Sandra's not promoting SFM. She's doing an aloe vera business.
Okay.
And that's what she's talking about with her 80% and 4 out of 5 click through.
Yeah, I mean that's good. That's good. It's worse if you have like 30-40%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Just think about it. I mean, it's when you're. Let's see, marketing on Facebook, you have a page converting at 20%, and you're losing out on 80% of the people. Then when they have opted in, you're losing out on 50% more if you don't have people open the emails. So this is stuff you need to think about.
Yeah.
when you creating campaigns to check out every stats you have and see what you can improve, and improve one thing at a time. So not what you call it in English, spread yourself thin or something like that. Spread yourself too wide all over the place. It can be a huge difference to just change one thing in the beginning, and most of the time it's the beginning. And when you have the beginning, the front end dialed in, then you move to the next one. So yeah, there's a lot of test. I can't say it enough. It's a lot. It's about testing all the time. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Oh, sorry, my son. Go to mama. My son wanna help. He wanna help with the iPad.
He can talk all he likes, but we won't understand them.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Sandra. So you're working aloe vera business. Yeah, that's cool.
Does anyone else have any questions?
It must be night in Australia soon, right?
Yep. It's about 25 to 12 where I am in New Zealand, and in Australia it's 25 to 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna. I think me and Martin are gonna come to
The Momentum Day, is it?
And,
yeah,
I think so.
And the Golden Platinum event as well.
Yeah, is that going to be at the same time on the same weekend?
Yeah, so it'll be on the Friday is the Momentum Day, Saturday, Sunday is the Gold, and Monday, Tuesday is the Platinum.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, we're probably going to stay for 1 or 2 weeks or something. It's a pretty long trip for us.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things to do.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be me and my wife is going to in Turkey in July and stay there for 2 weeks. Then in September we're going to Miami. Then I think Jay going to come here in October to Sweden too after the next Momentum Day.
Yeah.
And then me and my wife going to go to Dubai. Then me and Martin go to Australia too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a bit traveling around.
Yeah, well, why not? If you can.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite funny because when you have kids in school, you can't actually just do it.
Unless you're homeschooling them.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trying. Me and my wife, we want to move from Sweden because my wife, she's from Turkey actually. So we were thinking about buying a house in Turkey or like an apartment, but I don't want to be stuck in one place either.
Yeah.
I totally love Miami. So yeah, we were thinking about having apartments on different places so you can go to different places and maybe move the kids to like a private school. Yeah, I probably will love Australia. I have a lot of friends have been there and they say it's awesome. So yeah, probably going to be the same stuff for me too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a lot of fun to do. Is someone here coming to the Black event in Miami?
I don't think so.
Ah, okay.
I don't think we've got any black members on tonight. I said, yeah, I don't think we've got any black members on our call tonight.
Ah, okay. Is it like various? It's some SFM standards and some DAs.
Yeah, we've got there's a few. Yeah, Sandra's just at the basic level. I'm at platinum. I'm not sure. I think Adam's at gold. I'm not sure what some of the others are at. But
okay.
yeah, there's varying amongst the group.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at, I mean, you know about it, and it's not to sound like a sleazy salesman, of course not, but as a black member right now, what we have seen, it's what you call it, our average customer value have been about 4,000 per customer.
All right.
And that's making a huge difference for us when we are advertising, because we have so high ROI at blacks. When we get a black, we get him back. Our advertising is in like seconds.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous to see it actually if you compare with some other business. Like me and my father, we have a tanning salon, and it goes much slower. But here, it goes much faster when you have the real quality traffic coming in. So
yeah.
So if you have decided yourself to do the SFM business, it's a pretty good thing to be on the DEA level. And of course, some people have hard time, collecting the funds for it, and it's understandable.
Yeah, yeah, not a problem. Well, we should probably let you go now. Thanks for coming along. It's been great having you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's we can, of course. I'm open for new slots too. Just contact me.
Yeah.
And it's also a good thing to reach out to people and tell them to come up with good questions.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the type of guy, speak about a lot of different stuff. Stuart is good at that, and Jay is good at that too. But
if people ask questions, you can answer them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have all the knowledge in my brain. It's So collect questions, everything. Then we can have a very intimate mastermind the next time I'm with, and maybe I can take Martin with us too.
Yeah.
And then we can have some fun.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Yeah, but regardless of the results we get, there's no secrets. It's just what the SFM teach.
Yeah.
We just test a lot of things, and of course our budget, our marketing budget is very high right now, and it's quite what you can call it, frustrating before you come to that point, because you need to save money every time. You can't spend as much money you want, and you need to wait, and that can be quite frustrating. But it's very important to have that what do you call it, patient. Yeah. Have a lot of patience when you're building a business. I mean, I started when I was 18. I started my first business, and that was a nightclub actually.
Oh, right.
And of course it went bankrupt. It wasn't the best thing for a school guy starting a nightclub from the beginning when he went out of school. So, but I've been through a lot of things in my life. Me and my family have a lot of debt before, and we had huge problems. So sometimes we had I think we had 4,000 grand a month more in bills that we actually had in salaries coming in. So is there anything I know about that's patient? And it's so important because, as I said, you need to think long term and do the stuff today that's going to make you come to your end destination where you have decided.
Yeah.
It's so important. So have patience when you're marketing. Have a lot of patience and take it in the time you can handle, both in economic, with your money, and in time. So just be calm and don't do anything too rapidly, so to speak.
Yep.
All right, awesome.
Cool.
If there was there any more questions? I don't think so, right?
No.
No, there's nothing.
Just comments on what level people are at.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for coming on.
Yeah, just hook me up on Facebook and solve something.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks a lot, and we'll catch you again sometime.
Of course.